All right. Good evening, everybody. I would like to give you an improvisation idea for What Wondrous Love. What Wondrous Love is found in the majority of hymnals, and each time it's in a published hymnal, it has a different accompaniment. Have you noticed? Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not good, but I've never found one that I loved. Have you? If you do know of one that you love, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Anyway, What Wondrous Love is a shape note tune. And because it is a shape note tune, chances are very good that it was never intended to be harmonized, right? It's also possible that it was never intended to be accompanied. Or if it were accompanied, it was possibly accompanied by a drone bass. Drone bass. So that's my first idea for you guys, is just a drone bass like this. D-A-D. One per measure. Be sure you can play the melody correctly. A mistake in this melody is really awful. I'm using abundant pedal, right? Lots of pedal. Now, for my second verse accompaniment, I'm going to do a D minor chord, first inversion. Now, can you see my fingers? Move up to the very next notes, and then move up to the very next note. You've heard me do this before in accompaniments, right? It's a variation of that boogie woogie bass that I taught you a few videos ago. If you'd like to look back, it was the video on Amazing Grace. I'll just recap it. Remember that? Okay, but we're going minor, D in the bass. Okay, now listen to this. Changed anything. I like that tension. Okay. Now for the third verse, I'm going to move my melody up here, and I'm going to arpeggiate the bass in a similar way. To really think about it, and you might want to practice this a lot. Okay, let me break it down for you. D, F, A, C, D. You say this again. D, F, A, C, D, and back down. D, F, G, B natural, D. Isn't that beautiful? Try to do next. I'm going to lose several of you on this because this is really in my high style. When I say my high style, I mean very, very much Derek Clues, unmistakably. So let's see what it sounds like. whole lot. You know, there were probably a lot of notes there that didn't belong and that were probably a little bit too crunchy, but I was using nuanced voice leading to kind of cover them up. You can just get away with so much if you're willing to be very careful. And if you've got an uncertain note, be very soft about it. Now, I had already worked out ahead of time where the B naturals needed to happen. So you notice I started out with some B flats. That had B flats in it, but I quickly had to get out of them. Right? I don't know if I did that exactly, but right? That would be too much for a lot of folks, right? Let's go back to this one. There's a lot you can do with that. Why not bring back the G minor? Do I dare do a Picardy? I do, because you know I love those. This is going to sound bad to some of you. Okay, well anyway, what wondrous love. Maybe you can use some of those ideas in your Mass or church service tomorrow. God bless you.